OMI update, Earth 2 update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello to Dashi. Commenting, like, and subscribe is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Also super chats as well. Also Raythex IDTH domain name and not Brown Actual Advice. Has anyone heard from Justin in a while? It feels like he hasn't commented, and I know Ohio had like this train derailment with a bunch of radiation, I guess, some type of leak. Anyway, I was wondering if anyone's heard. So we have a bit to go over. Happy Valentine's Day for everyone. We'll get into those stories in quite a few minutes. Currently we have, what do we have? Market called BS on the CPI data. CPI data came in. I'll talk about that in a minute, but we have a couple of things to go over. I did get a little more OMI. I will get into Earth 2 in a second, but I'm just letting y'all know. OMI was below the 0009s, and having it below the 0009s, like, okay, this is too cheap. Now, obviously, I did not be able to go and buy... Okay, good, just was on the stream. So obviously, I didn't go and buy like 8 million. I went and bought like another 100,000. What I also... So I have 153.2 million OMI now. Slowly but surely, every week or so, another 100,000, 100,000, 100,000. And is it a lot? No. But you know what? It's more than I had yesterday. On the Around the Economiverse video yesterday with... Jordan Reese, Doctor of Stuff, and Crypto Rain, we were talking about a myriad of things, how we would acquire more OMI. Jordan's gonna surpass me. Jordan's got, I don't say how much he has right now, but he's got one of his businesses is for sale. Should give him a couple $100,000 and put like 100K of it into crypto, and he will catch me in OMI. We will have another OMI. I mean, he's already in OMI whale. He's already got, let's say, over 100 million. He will reach me. He'll get like 155. He might surpass me by a couple million, so I have to try to get him back. But what do people do when they get a couple $100,000? Well, then half that for him, that's going. And again, he already has 100-something million OMI. Half of which of that 200K is going into crypto for him. What else? Okay, well, a good part of that is going into OMI. It's a very big bet. And as someone that's already made a very big bet. He is diversifying in other cryptos. We were talking about other cryptos, and Crypto Rain had mentioned Bump Token. And I was like, I don't know what the fudge that is. And he's like, well, here's this for you. Picture, let's say if you want to trade in the stock market. It says we are trading on, you have stop losses, you have ways to short. What if those were enabled by smart contracts and it allowed you to protect your downside? It allowed you to take, and I was like, okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense. He's like, have you ever done it? It's like, I've never, used smart contracts to do stop trading. And he's like, well, these people are doing it and it's going to be huge. And I was like, okay, I can see that. It's like I think it's got like a $9 million market cap. And, I bought a couple $100 worth. A couple $100 worth of this bump token because, well, what if it 100x's? I can picture 100xing in a bull market. So I was like, all right, I'll throw a couple hundred over there. Let's say I put, $400, let's say $300 into it, and probably more like 400 because I split it between OMI and this. So let's say $400 into that. A 10x is 4,000, not bad. A 100x is 40,000, also not bad. What would I do with that? I don't know. Take a vacation, do whatever. It's a really small bet. It has really, really big upside. Is there a chance that competition comes in? Sure, absolutely. Yeah, I got Taco Bell. Excuse me. I've had a hell of a weekend. This is, I don't know if I should say. I was hanging out with a friend this weekend who got me into Super Auto Pets. And my life has been chaos ever since. I'm just letting you know. Do not download that. It is super addicting. Anyway, I did get a little more OMI as well, and I elected to not get more fart token right now. At some point when, if my David U sells, my golden David U, I'll split that between OMI. Maybe I'll do a 3-way split between OMI, fart, and bump token. But I really like bump token. I don't know how much I really want to put in bump. I still have like maybe $1,000 left of Bitcoin, so I might do that. I'll keep you posted. For the Earth 2 side though, when we were talking about that, listen, if OMI if they decide to release, an exchange or two, for OMI, and they would decide to have a couple of things of utility, and let's say OMI goes up to 0.005, I'm not saying it goes to a penny this year, but let's say later this year, Q3, Q4, it goes up to half a penny. And if Essence comes out on like and I really don't know if Shane is from Earth 2. I don't know if he's in the thought process of what the market cap's going to be, or if he even recognizes how much this will be, because he's a very humble guy and he's probably very conservative. But let's say they start listing it at 10 cents a token. Dude, if they do that, I'm selling a whole bunch of OMI and I'm getting why? Because it should not be 10 cents a token. It should not be a dollar a token. It should be several dollars a token. So if OMI's already done, like a 5x by that point, okay, I will verify into that, wait for the pump. I might do an arbitrage, I might not. However, if the opposite happens, I will go and let's say it starts off at a couple dollars, goes to, let's say $5, and I have, let's say, 200K worth. I'll sell 100 grand, and I'll put half of that 100 grand in OMI. I'll get up to 200 million OMI. We are still down here when Essence launches, and it's $5 per Essence, which is pretty fair. That'd be less than $1 billion market cap. I would probably sell half, and half of that would go into OMI. The other half would just be living life, doing my best things. We do have some news from Veve today, so I'll get to that. We'll go on the... Nope, not about that. Oh, Taps is also my Valentine. I asked him to be my Valentine, and he said yes. He said always boo-boo. So shout out to him for that. Haven't checked out ICB. Okay, so Comics and Crypto made a post saying the last two Superman #1 CGC 3 sales turned into a $300,000 loss within 1 year. And what does that mean? That means in February of 2022, about this time last year, it sold for $720,000. And what happened of October of last year, as the bear market really took hold, it went down to $420,000. I won't come and blaze it down below for the 420. So it lost about $300,000 inside of 8 months. And what does that mean? Absolutely nothing. It just means that, okay, overall markets came into play. When someone decided to sell, not as many people were willing to spend well into the 6 figures, almost 7 figures to get it. They want to do less than $500,000, which is fine. Do I think the person that spent 700K on it views it as a loss? Probably not. This is the type of thing that you buy and maybe you flip it in the future, or maybe it's something that you go and and hold forever because it's a piece of history. I mean, there's not a lot of those, and only a few select people in the world. And again, we are talking about the that Superman, that one. If we go and we take a look at the Superman #1, I mean, this is why I think that these comics on Veve, on Palm, I think they're very undervalued. And I know Palm doesn't really get as much recognition because people put in a whole bunch of money, and sometimes let's just take this back a little while. Any new NFT platform is going to have a crap load of bugs where you put in money and it doesn't go through, it doesn't go through, it doesn't go through, and the bank is charging you, and it takes a while to do refund, and it's a whole mess. That happened with, oh God, what was it? Was it Rarible? The Game of Thrones NFTs. I think it may have happened with Palm as well, but Palm has improved their process over the last couple of months. And obviously, of course, they do have that trifecta with the comics and Hero and the back house. So I would say that once the bull market starts to take off again, and once, I mean, I do think we still have a little bit of pain to go through once we take a bunch of these. Although if you talk to, God, what was it? There was a report that came out yesterday that said the bear market is over, and I cannot wait. Oh man, where'd it go? Odd one, but thinking do this without me. Okay. Oh yes, here it is. Wells Fargo says America's 4th largest bank says that the bear market is over. I just obviously I don't really trust that, and they may definitely be still talking about the stock market, maybe not necessarily the crypto. I didn't even click on it. Oh man, I should have asked no ice. I hate ice. Anyway, whether it's on Veve or on Palm, I'm pretty bullish on these digital comics long term. Now, moving on past that, what was that? Where was that? Okay, here we go. Just because, no. All right, so celebrate the unholy matrimony between Chucky and his bride Tiffany as they embark on a journey of terror and love. This drops Thursday on the 16th. So last week in Spaces, Alex said that we were going to get 3 comics and a bow, meaning either Rambo or Lamborghini, like Lambo. That's what I thought. We haven't had anything like that drop yet or been announced yet. Now, granted, it is only Tuesday, so we might get an announcement tomorrow, might get a Thursday. There's still a whole lot left of the week. I'm under the impression that we are going to get a Ant-Man Marvel Mighties, and it hasn't happened. Oh, I gotta look at that right now to see when Black Panther released. Okay. No, I don't want to look at that. All right. When did Wakanda for all right, November 11th, 2011. So basically, if we go back and we take a look at the drop date for the Wakanda Forever, we can go and take a look at we can go and guess by that date. Okay, so it dropped on the 13th of November. So it dropped 2 days after the movie. Ant-Man comes out on the 17th. So maybe on the 19th, on the Sunday, is when we go get it. I'm still of the mind that we go and get that. Anyway, so Chucky, there's a lot of really fun things there. We already have him in two different poses. So having him as in a third pose with the love of his life, Tiffany, I think is pretty dope. Will I get it? I mean, I do have the Valentine's Day that we had last year. For those of you that don't remember or weren't here, or maybe you'd like to forget about it, I don't know. We had Disney Golden Moments last year. It was, where is it? Donald and Daisy Duck and Lady and the Tramp. So I still do have these guys. What do we got here? It came out on 14 February last year. So happy 1-year anniversary to them. Unfortunately, we did not get anything for Valentine's Day this year. They are doing, like I said, the Chucky, but it is in a couple days. I want to do a Valentine's Day drop. I don't even remember that drop last year. Might have been in the Poconos. Might have been with Danielle last year. Anyway, we do have a couple more things to go over before I take the questions. All right, so Silicone Secure says, just to make things super clear, I'd received a gold logo from Veve Official, some t-shirts, a garment bag, an iron-on badge, stickers, and a meal. I have not been transferred collectibles or received special treatment in the app. My light box is paid for and purchased from the Comic Way Dozer, for those of you that don't know. If Veve wants to gift me collectibles, I'd be happy to accept. I do what I do for the love of the community and my passion for Veve. So obviously, if we all take, I know Silicone, he's a cool dude. I don't doubt his word at all, but you want to take his words at face value. He says he's that's what he's gotten from Veve: the logo, t-shirts, garment bag, iron-on badge, stickers, and a meal. And he has not been transferred anything. He has not received any special kind of treatment. I'll say the exact same. I did not purchase a light from anyone. My light, which is in there, that was gifted to me, and yeah, it was a gift. Shout out to Jimbo Lingo. We love him. Moving on. Day second half of the faster. Okay. Reese said he was in the Akomi Telegram chat yesterday. He said that they now probably have about 25 to 30 devs, and they had around 15 to 20 last year, so they had almost doubled, and there might be more. There might be more coming. So the amount of devs are I'll let you guys know the culture is changing in Veve at the workplace in a very good way, and things are becoming a lot better. Yeah, there's some things that had to be undone, but things are going extraordinarily well. I believe David will start to talk about it tomorrow. He actually did already on the Matt Gondek pod. Matt Gondek did a pod. Yeah, I know. Like who knew Matt Gondek had a podcast? He has one. He interviewed David Yu, and David Yu, it dropped this morning. I didn't listen to all of it, but I listened to maybe half, give or take. It's kind of the stuff. Most of the stuff that we already know. It's like, oh, hey, me and Vagabond, me and Dan. I've known each other for 25 years. That he's my COO, and all this good stuff. What we didn't know, or what most people didn't know, is that David did talk about exchanges, and he said, "Listen, yeah, we were supposed to be on an exchange that had gone down. I wonder which one that is. FTX. I don't know. Excuse me. Sorry. I don't know. It sounds like FTX. That seemed like the one that he was talking about. I don't know though. I ain't got no knowledge about it. But yeah. So, and then he goes over saying, okay, let's play those dominoes out. What happens if we were to go on FTX? Okay. Well, if we were to go on FTX, and he didn't say that. He just said this particular exchange, and then we get listed on there. Then the token gets dumped on. The token, people that keep their crypto on exchanges. I don't know what it's like. I feel like this is the older person era. Like back in the day, you didn't have direct deposit. Back in the day, you had a paper check that you got, and you went to the bank and either cashed it or deposited it. Cashed it, you get the cash, or do whatever and deposit it. And what happens? Well, what happens with that is you go and you have a direct deposit came in, and all the younger people are like, sweet, I don't want to go to the bank. I want that money showing it in my account. And all the older people were like, no, I don't want to do it. It's too weird. It's like, my guy, you get your checks, like you get them, you don't have to do anything. They come like a day or two early. It's so strange. So anyway, what happens with that is in that same breath, I see people not wanting to take their crypto off exchanges. I see people that for whatever reason keep their crypto on there. And as soon as I show them, or as soon as they decide to put their stuff on a trust wallet or on a ledger, now it's like the light bulb goes off. Okay, I get it now. Super easy. And then you do it. But yeah, if we were to go on FTX, people would have held their crypto on FTX. I guarantee you, they would have held their OMI on FTX. Not everyone, but some. And then when FTX went down and they were to lose all their crypto, they would be like, why would we list on FTX when it was going to collapse? How did they not see this? I know it. I'm telling you, I see it. So he, based on like the when exchanges, yeah, he kind of went on and said, and again, the investigations are still going on. We don't know of, and I mean, we can guess, index, we can totally guess that some other exchanges may or may not have been involved and invested in FTX. And why would you, and some we might have an inkling of, but others we don't know. Like, why would we want to go on, KuCoin that has been fined for millions over these past like several months, like, and the chance that it might go up? Why would we want to go on Kraken? And again, I would love these exchanges. I would love liquidity for the token. That last run up we had, where everything was up like 50, 100%, we would have ridden that wave. We would have gone up to 0.02. We would have gone beyond that. And we didn't, because we're not on an exchange. However, I think it is better to not, even though me, that has invested more money than most other people in OMI, am fine on waiting, because you want to have knowledge that, okay, the investigations are done, they're over with, the bull run's about to start, that type of deal. So yeah, and we'll learn more tomorrow on Lori Brenner's space. It is her space. I don't believe anyone else is going to be allowed up to speak. I'm not sure. Also, comment down below if you got the Cardi B and Offset meal. Who the fudge is Offset? I mean, I know I'm like a little out of the loop, but who is Offset? I don't know who they are. And why would you get this meal for $15? 2 drinks, which, take them or leave them. I mostly just drink water. You get a cheeseburger, a quarter pounder with cheese, an apple pie, a tangy dipping sauce. Like, that should freaking come with it. The fact that they say, oh yeah, we're giving it to you, like it's some part of the deal. Like, it costs so much money to get this tangy barbecue dipping sauce, and a large order of fries for $15. Excuse me. I do not heckin' think so. That is why I choose Taco Bell. This video is not sponsored, I swear. It's just... This is the diet also. It's a diet. It's only 10 calories. It does not taste like 10 calories. It tastes pretty good. Anyway, a little skeptical. All right, here we go. Where was it? The Disney Princess pop-up card series celebrates some of our favorite Disney princess characters from Walt Disney Animation Studios in these magical interactive collectibles. What does interactive mean? Well, if you take a look at what's her name from Beauty and the Beast? It's Belle, right? Belle's in the Beauty and the Beast, I think. It looks like, is this first? Yeah, this is the first appearance of Belle on the blockchain. It looks like one of those cards, like pop-up books. Oh, it looks really flat, and then you open up the page, and then whoop, again, that's just what it looks like. Is that what it really is? I have no idea, but it does say interactive, and I do think that is something that is. I do think that's something that should not be looked over. I think we should, give our attention to that. Okay, so there's one more thing I have to go over before I go. Okay, so CPI came in at about 6.4% year over year, which is a little bit higher than expected. But here's what Genevieve Roach finds more interesting. Inflation is down about 9.1% from last June and down about 7 months in a row, but it's still way too high. In today's numbers, nearly 50% of the increase was shelter, which is lagging and should be lower by now. Shelter accounts for about 1/3 of the index, so it weighs heavily on the numbers. Shelter's, like rent, out-of-state housing, if you're running an Airbnb or a hotel or whatever, all that jazz. So inflation of food prices is still running wild. Food is up 10%, dairy is up 14%, cereal is up 15%, and eggs are up 8%. And this is not year over year. This is month over month. This is like, I get it. 10%, 14%, 15%, even 8%. Not bad year over year. It's fine. It's expected. But this is month over month. My goodness. I don't know how people are surviving. Oh, God, I love being rich. Anyway, one rare deflationary element of the report is used cars and trucks. Prices fell about 11.6% over last year. It's good if you want to buy a used car or a used truck. Not good if you have 2 Cybertrucks pre-ordered, like I do. Wage inflation for 30% of the U.S. population was up to 6.3%, which is good, but nowhere near keeping up with inflation over the last year. So unless you get a 7 to 10% raise, you're actually down. This is why I would never stay at a job for more than like 2 years. Why? Maybe you get 5%. Maybe you get 6 or 7%, per year. But like, again, why would you want that? If you go and you renegotiate and they're only willing to give you 8 or 9%, leave. You can negotiate yourself easily a 20 or 30, sometimes a lot higher raise if you go somewhere else. One second. My parents, and again, in our parents' days, you stayed with the company for 20, 30 years, you took care of them, they took care of you. You retired with a pension, you got a watch, you got all these great things. Okay, that was cool in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Now, in the 2000s plus, it was not. If you moved jobs, you were most likely able to negotiate yourself a 20% raise minimum. If you're not in a position where you're doing that, you're living life wrong. Do not let older people tell you to stay in one place forever. Do not let them do that. Because in my experience, you can negotiate a much higher rate for yourself if you switch jobs. Again, this is just my opinion. This is not Brown Angel advice. I'll go over some Valentine's Day stuff if you guys want, but I'm going to get to some comments real quick because I've been talking for 20 minutes. J8 says, shout out from Elmont, New York, Reddit. Yo, JH, Elmont in the building. Bill Gardner says, what up? What up? Wes says, Justin in the chat has been MIA. Yeah. I should shoot him a message. Darth Chaos says, hello there. General Darth Chaos. Oh, I'm sorry. Hello there. General Darth Chaos. Sorry, there we go. Felipe B says, hello there. General Felipe B. Scott Gladys says, what's up, everyone? From Kentucky. Yo, Scott Gladys, how you doing, fam? What is your profile picture? Oh, is that whiskey? Oh, I love a good whiskey. I'm going to have some whiskey on Friday. Why? So I'm busy on Thursday. All right, moving on. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I was in Wendy Stibalis had a space before, and it was just all of us being like, I was working out. I was like, oh, hey guys, what's going on? Just doing some squats, doing some biceps, and it was a good space. And we were talking about what's the best way to approach women, what's the best way to not sound like a creep if you're a dude. And it was just really interesting. It was really cool. I don't think she recorded it, unfortunately. But I do believe we kind of need that in the community because it is mostly guys. Most people that watch me are like 97% dudes. and got a couple women here and there. Moving on. Veve Wheels says, "Hey fam, yo, what up, Veve Wheels? Poetry delivery." Happy Hero says, "Yeah, just was on another stream like yesterday. Nice, nice, nice." Omar today says, "Hi, Randy and Dashi." Oh, hello, Omar. Dashi says hi. Yeah, it tastes too good. Definitely more than 10 calories, in my opinion. Aw, Wes misses Justin. We all miss Justin. Felipe B says, "This chat without Justin doesn't feel right. At least Darth Chaos and Wes are here." Yeah. Bruno Rodriguez says, "Only to $1. What is your prediction at the moment?" I mean, not anytime soon. What could we do? What would you do if I sang it? Sorry, I love that song. Also, I have this biggest frog in my throat. I don't know how to get it out. $1. Okay, so let's see what we have to do. If there are no burns, we have to have a $310 billion market cap or $305 billion market cap. Miami in the house. That is not going to be anytime soon. If there were no burns, a $305 billion market cap. If Omi and Veveverse hit correctly, no burns. Earliest you're looking at the end of the decade, like 2029. However, I believe if there were no burns, I would say it would even be much later in the 2030s. But because we are expecting massive burns, and because we are expecting, the Veveverse and everything else to hit, like, again, being on just one of these mid-tier exchanges would help tremendously. We would go from 700,000 volume a day to, a couple million a day, 5 million a day. If we go on these high-tier exchanges and we start gaining some traction, if we do a 30% run, a 50% run, or we do a 200% run, what is Omi? Then guess what? We go, that's when traders start to trade. That's when, if you have $100 million in volume a day, yeah, half a penny is, we could run to half a penny just on that. And then in the bull market, once we have utility and stuff, several cents. Obviously, it is my opinion that we probably get 10 to 20 cents. I would say that in my golden goose scenario, but the golden goose scenario is kind of becoming less and less likely because we would have had to start burning by now from the circulating supply, which we haven't. So I don't think my golden goose scenario. But let's say we start. Oh God, it wouldn't be possible. I would, because we would need to burn in my golden goose scenario like over 100 billion Omi. And in the bull market, which I guess is still technically possible if we're still down here, and then suddenly we get staking, we lock a bunch of Omi up, and then they have the land sale, and that just burns all the Omi. I guess that is still possible. And let's say we have 200 billion Omi in the circulating supply going into in late 2024, early 2025, that peak bull run. What happens? I mean, so let's just talk about 10 cents. That's a 20. All right, so $1 would be $200 billion market cap. 10 cents would be a $20 billion market cap. Okay, so we would take, I don't know. If 10 cents is a $20 billion market cap, let's say 50 cents in this golden goose scenario. It'd be at $100 billion market cap, which would definitely put us in the top 20. I mean, right now that'd put us in the top 10, but obviously the bull market, everything's going to run. But I would say, yeah, that would put us in the top 20, and I guess 50 cents is definitely still possible in the next bull run if we burn a lot. Because 100 billion is a lot, but this has the most utility. It's got to reach mass adoption, though. That's I think the only way for it to really do that. Most likely, like I said, the 10 to 20 cent range, probably pretty fair. And in a nice bull case scenario, 30, 35 cents. But this 50 cents plus, I'm talking like everything has to hit correctly. We have to burn a fudge ton. And I'm not saying that we can't do that, but it's just really hard. So $1, I would definitely say end of the decade. I mean, who knows? It doesn't make sense. people in crypto, they love chasing those green candles. Oh, this is up 1,000%. Let me get in. Like, why would you? Why would you try to get into something that just ran 1,000%? It just 10x. Which, granted, if it's going to 100x and it only did a 10x, then yeah, you still have another 10x that you can go. I could talk about Omi all day. Uh, we got Wes saying Essence sounds like it might be worth a lot. Essence is totally going to be. Well, I also say Essence. God, that is going to be a metaverse token like that, and already it has a pretty decent following. Now, me and Arya Realty and Pacey are like the only people really doing Earth 2 videos. So it's not like Veve where they have like 20 people, 20 content creators all doing content. It's very, very few of us, and they have spaces every now and then. I've asked Kissy to be on the podcast. She has since declined. I guess she gets a lot of unwanted attention from guys, and she's like, "Listen, not going to be good for me." I was like, "Okay, all right, fair point." Um, but yeah, I don't outside of me, Pacey, and Arya Realty. I'm not 100% sure if anyone's doing content. I know. I don't know if I should. If I won't name drop them, but there is somebody else that is very successful. That has more essence than I do. Like I have 40,000 essence. This person has a couple 100,000 essence, and I'm trying to get him on the podcast. He's been a little shy, but he's in real estate. He's in jujitsu. He's an accomplished person, and it's just the more accomplished people you have investing. Like I said yesterday on around the Akomiverse. I said, listen, if people want to take me or leave me, people will just be like, okay, yeah, Chavez, you might have a lot of Omi, but like, I see your little room that you're in. I see, well, I mean, I am going a lot. I am traveling a lot. I mean, I'm spending money. It's not like I don't have any money. Um, but I could see people saying like, okay, just because you had a couple of lucky bets, I've been called lucky, which I am. I'm very lucky, but um, people are still attributing, oh yeah, let me do this high risk lending, which you have to be extraordinarily. Let me pat myself on the back here a little bit. You have to know what the fudge you're doing in order to be not just successful, but I had the least amount of default. I had the lowest default rate out of anyone in that business, and yeah, you don't do that without knowing what you're doing. So I don't think that was luck. Going all in on Tesla, yeah, sure. Some people could have seen that as a coin flip. Um, now people probably would have been, oh yeah, yeah. If I would have known about it, okay. Well, everyone knew about Tesla. They just didn't want to invest because they could not see the future. I did, made a lot of money. Pokemon cards, same thing. Everyone's like, oh, you just got lucky. No, I did not. No, I did not. Did I, am I lucky enough to have the skills to find what's undervalued? Yes. Earth 2, Vivian Omi, like, I don't know what I have to do to make people think that I'm not just lucky and I actually know what I'm doing. But I digress. If they choose to not believe in me, believe in Taps, believe in Crypto Rain, believe in Dr. Stuff, believe in and everyone in those around the Akomiverse videos, believe in Dr. Profit, who again, I won't speak to the amount of money that he has, but we can speculate. I'll just throw out a general grand number. You're not putting tens of millions of dollars into one specific project unless you think that it's a sure thing. I'll say that again. You will not put tens of millions. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care if you have, if you're a billionaire and you have billions of dollars. You are not putting tens of millions of dollars into any one thing unless you're pretty sure that it's going to do very, very well. Yeah. So I would, if you don't believe in me, believe in everyone that I just named, because it is not just me investing. It is. Do I get a lot of other people to invest? Yeah, absolutely. Only because I invested everything myself. I won't ask someone to do something that I have not done myself. Moving on. I don't even know where I was. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So Essence to the Moon. Like I said, it really helps it when you have a lot of accomplished, competent people that are in your corner. So when I get this guy on the podcast eventually, we'll be doing good stuff. Darth Chaos with the flicks. Wes says, Phillips, be true. Darth Chaos says, fire. Dogboy says, Randy. Oh, hi, Dogboy. How's it going? Darth Chaos says, John Rambo for real. Dude, I cannot wait for Rambo. Oh my god, the Snapchats. Oh, Feesh. We have a bunch of Feesh stuff. Over a year ago, NFTs aren't real, you can't touch them. Yesterday, 3,000 NFTs signed up to date each other online. Today we dropped the #1 love song about Feesh ever. Broken Blockchain says, I barely even started. Some girl Brittany says, I'm through enjoying Finder. Finder's the new dating app that the Feesh have. They're great. Brock says, glad to hear it. Lots more events, games, and fun coming this year. Find any matches yet? Some girl Brittany said, no matches yet. Time to start pimping out my Feesh to Twitter. I love these two so much. Brock says, that's part of the fun. You won't know what your Feesh's name is to others. Oh. Some girl Brittany says, gasp. This just got a little more like the button. Like the button? I don't know what that is. Only super romantic, says Brock. Yeah, let's move on to the comments. Rambo is badass. I agree. Love Rambo. Pepe says, Wakanda poster pump, best ever, dude. That Wakanda, I'm so happy I did that trade. I may have, now granted, I made my couple hundred gems. I made my couple hundred shekels and I moved on, but what is the Wakanda Forever poster at right now? It is currently at 1K. All right, 1K. It has doubled in the last week. I would... That's why I don't like ice. I hate hitting them against my teeth. I don't like swallowing the ice. Now, I know what you're saying. Chavez, just get a straw. Well, I don't have a straw, so... All right. Yeah, that Wakanda Forever poster, if you buy that one that's on the floor, that's 1,000. It multiplies by 2.5, and Mr. Rolex is the next one at 2,500. So yeah, this is really scarce. I probably should not have sold it, but I wanted to. Smarty Pants, what's up, Randy? Send me over that StreamYard. Oh no, this isn't a StreamYard one. This is just a normal one. I totally would though. Smarty Pants. We'll set up a date. Let's shoot you a message real quick. Okay. This one isn't a StreamYard, but let's set up a date. What dates are you for? Oh, this is going to be, this next month is going to be quite busy for me. I might have to step away for a little bit. I'll keep you all noticed. It's a crazy time. Ryan Lambing says, Randy, would you rather have 3 Todds or 1 Todd, 1 Superman, and an Ultra Rare Vader? Oh. Well, it depends what I want it for. 3 Todds is great for stacking because it is, and everyone's going to want a Todd. I mean, everyone. But a Todd, and that'd be great so I could sell those in the future. But a Todd, a Superman, or Ultra Rare Vader. That Ultra, I would rather have a Todd, a Superman, and an Ultra Rare Vader. I know Superman's not that much right now, but that Vader, yeah, that's really, like, that Vader, that will be, that'll be 5 figures. Like, that will be tens of thousands of dollars, probably. First appearance of him on the blockchain. It's insane. Dogboy says, I'm not Randy, but 3 Todds. Oh, there you go, Dogboy. I think 3 Todds is pretty legit as well. Your mom says, did you just say bonk token? No, not bonk token. Bump. Bravo, uniform, Mike, Papa. That is... Oh, hey, Dr. Stuff. Oh my God, you're here. It says, shout out to Randy and the Veve fam. I was just talking about you, Dr. Stuff. All good things. Good times. But no, it was bump token. When me and Dr. of Stuff had... we're talking yesterday. Crypto Rain had mentioned... Actually, let me shoot them a message. In this... Where is it? Where's the message? Seriously, where? Okay, here we go. I've got bump. Yeah, good times. Stan says 1/3 of the Migos. Come on, Randy, get hip. What's hip? And what's Migos? I'm so confused. Joe Hugster says, sorry I'm late to the party. Did David mention Omi during the AMA? Probably not. I didn't listen to the whole thing though. Just that he was talking about exchanges, which is fine. I mean, he mentioned exchanges. He didn't necessarily talk about Omi itself, just like, oh, why not listing and this and that. He will be on Lori Brenner's space tomorrow, so we'll see what. Oh, excuse me. So we'll see what he says there. Also, I forgot. I'm an idiot, and I did not go and take a look at this. So if everyone can smash that like button, okay, free way to help support the channel. That'd be super great if y'all could do that. All right. Now that I've asked y'all to smash that like button, Dr. Stuff says, Taco Bell is great as long as you stay close to the bathroom. I already went to the bathroom before my stream. Straw would have been really nice. Straw would have been really nice. And what am I feel like the car wash owner from Breaking Bad, the guy with the eyebrows. He was like, Walter, what am I to do? Walter, I'm short. What am I to do? Like, what am I to do? I don't have a straw. I guess I could make one. I got a pen. I'm sanitary. Anyway, Rita Baby 88 says, hey Randy and Dashi, happy Valentine's Day. Love to you both. Thank you, Randy, for all you do for our Veve fam. Aw, thank you so much. Veve Wheel says, que Veve era more Veve. Sorry, I love that song. Omi Panda says, evening Randy, Dashi, and fam. Good evening, Omi Panda. Scott Gladys saying, it's the Weller Bourbon Collection. I collect rare bourbon. Oh, I used to have so many bottles of Johnny Walker Blue empty because I, drank them. And they were some of them were God, what's that called? Nope, don't have it. Oh, God, what is that called? Every single year they would have the bottles made with the animal and of the Chinese zodiac in this beautiful artwork, and I left them in my old apartment. That was the saddest of days when I realized that. Bad times. Dogboy says, I miss your singing while reading the Coffee Stain Patreon list. I know, I need to bring that back. Well, when more people start joining Patreon, I'll do it. He Will says, totally worth the 10 calories. I mean, it's great, but I know it's definitely worth it, but it's just not like, it doesn't taste like it. It tastes better than 10 calories, you know what I mean? Like White Claw. White Claw doesn't seem like it's 100 calories. It should, but it's seltzer and water, and that kind of makes sense. 100 is a lot more than 10. The more you know. So yeah, I'll get to the rest of these comments and I'll go over the Valentine's Day stuff. G-Flow says, Randy, you're the man. What do you think of my 4.5 million Omi? Am I set for life? Maybe not yet, but before the decade's out, yeah. Quite potentially before during the next bull market, you might be a millionaire. But yeah, 4.5 million, you'll be really, really, and obviously I don't expect you to hodl forever. I'd expect you to take a little bit of profit, when we're, next year, 2025, a little bit here, a little bit there, and then, hold a good amount of the rest for the next time. Dave Bush says, we got our bow. It is Chucky's bow. Ooh, is it? Oh, that might make sense. I didn't even think of that. I feel like Sheldon Cooper, when it was something like idiocy, like hadn't thought of that. Yeah, so that's, oh man, that's a good point. Oh man, my whole person's boyfriend or male admirer. Damn, Alex tricked us. I'd never believe, not that I believe any, I'd never believing anything he says again. Joe Hugster says, have you made it public where your average is at with Omi? Just wondering if I might have missed it. If you haven't, all good, not asking. I don't know. I would imagine it's 0.0033, give or take. I mean, it was much higher, and then obviously been dollar cost averaging down here, so it's the cost is a lot lower. Let's say I put in 550, right? Let's just say, and let's say I have 153.2, right? So 153.2 million times 0.00. Oh, maybe it's like, oh no, it's not 4. Maybe it's like 3.7, 3.6. I would say 0.0036 is probably my because I don't know exactly how much I did put in, but let's say it's around 550. I think 0.0036 is probably where my, because that would be 551. My amount of OMI I have now at 0.0036, 551, and then I'm at the break even point. Yeah. So in which case it'd be what, 6.2? No, 6. Oh, it'd be 6.9? No. 6.8, 6.7, 6.6. So at 0.0066, I'm actually a millionaire again. Oh, can't wait. Gonna be a good day. I do miss when it was 0.0069. And, above. Anyway, Bruno Rodriguez says, right now I have $1,000 worth of collectibles. I have 500,000 OMI. Should I cash out and buy more OMI? I mean, if it's only, I mean, probably not, because if it's $1,000 worth of collectibles, that's probably what the floor is. So you'd have to sell a bit below the floor in order for it to sell, and then you would also have to, let's say you average at about a 6% sales fee, because that's between the 2.5% and the 8.5%. Let's say 6% sales fee. It's a decent amount. It's minus $600. Let's say five. Oh, man. Or I'm sorry, $60, $50, and then you have the 10% cash out fee. Let's say you wind up getting, $800. Let's say $700, and yeah, it's a good amount of OMI. You can get another couple hundred thousand, several hundred thousand. I mean, if you want to be technical, if you're just focusing on ROI and very cold and very calculating. Ooh, sorry. Just got flashbacks there. Gotta chill. Then yes. But also it's like, I don't know what runs first, because crypto pay-in should probably be rolled out to everybody by the end of this quarter. Maybe not. Maybe early next quarter. I mean, there's hundreds of people that are in crypto pay-in right now. Whatever bugs that they have, they are working on it. But they will have. They'll definitely have it in Q2. So it might not be rolled out to everyone in Q1, but it should be rolled out to everyone in Q2. That definitely, if not in Q1, definitely Q2. Once they have that and stuff starts to pump, and again, when do things start to pump? Bear market over? I don't know. When is it over? You're gonna. I think collectibles are gonna pump first, and I think collectibles go very, very strongly. I mean, I think they go insanely strong to, I don't know, like 4 or 5x. And again, that does include when we do get some Japan on, and some other countries in Asia as well. I would say, I don't want to tell you, hey, I think that's a good idea, and then suddenly OMI stays where it is or goes down. Like if Bitcoin goes down to 14K, I think OMI goes 0008, maybe 0007, and then you have crazy people like, 0004. It's like, no, it's not. But yeah, it's, and then if it goes down there and then collectibles are pumping at the same time, it's going to look like a bad move. Even though long term, I do agree that OMI will outperform. Just throwing that out there. Pepe says no. Pepe says no to Bruno. JKLXRP says, looking forward to Tiffany. Gonna check Jennifer Tilly. Oh my God, do it. It'd be great to get her on a podcast. I hate ice. I hate it so much. I guess I could scoop it out with a spoon. All right, so I'm going to talk about some Valentine's Day follies that I have had. This is from 2019. About, oh my God, it's been 4 years ago. And service reminder. Yeah, I know. Okay, so this is from 2019. Be like 5 seconds ago. Probably 30 minutes ago by the time the status is actually posted. Get a call from Kara. Hey, buddy, how's it going? All I hear is screaming from the other side. Hello? More continued screaming. Kara screams about something about the white male privilege and Sweetmate's uncircumcised. Well, you know what? I was like, guys. And Sweetmate says, just heckin' ask him. Kara says, is White Castle considered a date? And I say, it depends. What's the occasion? She says, Valentine's Day. I was like, yes, actually. And Sweetmate's like, see, I told you. I freaking told you. And Kara says, what? I mean this with all my heart. The actual fudge are you talking about? And I said, well, last year when I was dating Ava, your friend, I was dating a girl named Ava in 2018. Long story. Your friend, she said, let's go to White Castle for Valentine's Day. So I was like, oh, hell yeah. You getting laid tonight, girl. So we get there, and I'm about to go through the drive-thru because I want to go home and smash. But she said, no, you idiot. I made reservations for us. And I was like, reservations for White Castle? And we went inside, and it was heckin' beautiful. Balloons everywhere, nice tablecloths over the tables. And then Kara cut me off, and then she said, oh my God, I can smell your vag from here. And so I said, well, see, you get me to answer, and then you don't like my answer. I don't know what to tell you. So Sweetmate says, what Chavez is trying to say is it's a thoughtful idea, and you should be thanking me. I helped rescue Beaner. And then I hear a dog bark in the background. I was like, wait, who's Beaner? I'm blind over here. Give me a description. And Kara says, Beaner is our new rescue chihuahua. So I, of course, say that that's incredibly racist. And where are you guys? And she said they were in Nebraska and after this job. She was hoping Sweetmate would take her to some place a little nicer than White Castle, especially considering she shaved her cooter for this. Oh my God, they're gonna mark this NSFW. I was like, oh Lord. Sweetmate says, oh, and like I wasn't the bait for our last trip. They did some PI stuff. They were probably investigating. So, like I didn't shave my little airman for you, so it'd be like two dolphins smacking against each other for a while we could doodle. So heckin' bite me. And then Beaner, I was obviously barking again. So she goes on about sucking his. I'm not even gonna go there. So I said, as entertaining as it is to hear about you guys describe your sex life, you know you can't keep the dog, right? And Kara's like, why not? He enjoys car rides and peeing behind dumpsters. He's having a heckin' blast. And I was like, okay, well, the next time someone shoots at you and hits him instead, how's that going to go? And they're like, okay, good point. Well, Kara said I'd shoot back and take him to a vet. And I was like, you can't do that. So anyway, that was the Valentine's Day story from 2019. I'm going to move on to more comments. Mr. 100 says, is 3 years $1 owe me as possible? I mean, we have to do... this has to take off like no other. Like I'm talking, this has to sweep, for $1 in 3 years. This would have to sweep the world like a Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh. Like it would have to be everyone and their sister getting involved. What you would need to see is an Instagram live stream of like Kylie Jenner or one of the Kardashians and their that whole family and one of their boyfriends. I'm like, come on, let's do the drop. Like, babe, let's do the drop. Like, get close to the Wi-Fi, get close to the router. Like, it would have to be a cultural shift into this digital collecting phenomena, and then you would have to see excitement from like Selena Gomez or like Taylor Swift. Like, I got it. Like you would have to see something like that. It would have to go viral. It would have to be on TikTok. Like, all right, guys, the best tips to go and do this. And obviously, the people that say that would not steal it from Discord or other people's tips and then claim it as their own, like other people have. Mm-hmm. It would have to be a part of TikTok. Like, you know how there's like scary TikTok, autism TikTok, like organization TikTok. It would have to be, Veve TikTok? Are you on Veve TikTok? Have you seen some of these vaults? it would have to be I'm talking tens of millions of people, all like maybe 100 million people downloaded the app, and then maybe like half of them, and then maybe half of them would have put something in. So yeah, it would have to be that. We would have to, let's say we burn 50 billion OMI, still a lot. It'd be a $250 billion market cap. That is a lot. That is a ton. And we'd have to have everybody staking. And if they were staking, that again, the way you get that is you get people to stake, you get them to lock up their OMI, and then you announce, and they already kind of have announced this, but then you announce and you say, listen, the only way to get land in this Veveverse, and it is going to be scarce, it's not going to be unlimited, but the only way to get land in the Veveverse is to be staking a certain amount of OMI, or obviously paying an OMI, and then there would have to be a run on the coin. Like everyone would have to go, and because they would have to say, oh yeah, Disneyland's going to be in the Veveverse. Like obviously, I'm not sitting here saying that I expect that. I think that is a possibility that you get some type of Disney IP world in the Veveverse. Most likely, it's going to be like a Cryptkin thing, or like one of those weird ones. Or I don't really see it, or maybe like a whole decon thing. I don't, I mean, I guess it's possible. I mean, other people really do not know Web3, and they don't know NFTs, and they don't know this Web3 space. So if they want to test something out in the Veveverse and say, yeah, it's the first official digital land, I think that is possible. I mean, could you imagine having a metropolis? Could you imagine having like New York City, where, Fantastic Four, Avengers, Spider-Man, like where all like the major superheroes live? Dude. Yeah. So if that does happen, then yeah, dollar's possible in 3 years. Dollar's possible in 2 years if that happens. Maybe 2.5. But yeah, I would say that that's what would need to happen for a dollar in 2026. NFT Hero says they're focusing on Veve for now. I'm thinking we are not going to see much this year for OMI. I mean, we have a whole OUP, and OMI to Gem, I get it, is OMI to Gem is technically for Veve because you're buying gems, but that is part of OUP, and that does release either this quarter or next. Miss 100 says, what is stopping Disney from buying $1 billion worth of OMI like Tesla did with Bitcoin? Nothing. Nothing is stopping them from doing that. They have money in the war chest, and they can totally do that if they wanted. The only thing that, okay, I should take that back. What is stopping them right now is liquidity. You can't buy $1 billion worth of OMI if the average OMI daily volume is 700,000. I'll repeat that. You cannot buy $1 billion worth of OMI if there's only 700,000 in volume a day. You can't buy it if there's, $10 million in volume a day. Again, nobody would put $1 billion into it. They should probably do that with Bitcoin. And then use some of those profits to go and maybe split it off and get some OMI on top of that. But you would probably have to have Bitcoin first if Disney's going to do that. Now, I would love it if Disney on one of their shareholders meetings says, yeah, we bought 2% of Veve and we bought $1 billion OMI, 10 billion OMI. Yeah, that'd be dope. I don't know if I necessarily see that happening. Joe Hugster says, your videos covering more subjects, Akomi, Earth2, Fartcoin, etc. Have you thought of maybe adding timestamps so viewers can skip to what they want to see? If not, all good. Appreciate your work. Yeah. The issue with that is just, I do create so much content, and it takes so much longer. And despite me only filming in this room, I do have a life outside of this room. Maybe not the last couple days. I've been playing Super Auto Pets. It's a really good game. But if people watch a couple of my videos, like, oh, okay, Earth 2 is going to be in the beginning of the video. That's like the first, couple minutes. and then he talks about Omi, and then he'll talk about all the updates Veve. The fart coin that's really the most that I've ever talked about Fartcoin in a video. I don't think I've actually mentioned it in videos. I've mentioned it in live streams because, this is what I do. All right. So I have a new strategy. I'm swallowing a couple of pieces of ice every time I take a sip. And this way, there will be less and less pieces of ice to hit my teeth every time I drink. I will do that at some point, especially when the videos get a little more professional. Right now, they're still, well, you know what they are, little amateurish. I did buy a, let's see if I can show it here. Because I did it last night. Also, my friend got a dog. His name is Dutton, and he's so freaking cute. Sorry, I love that little guy. Hey, where is it? I know I did it. Where'd you go? I miss you so. Seems like it's been forever. I could have sworn. Okay, for whatever reason, it is not showing me. But I swear to you that last night, I went and bought, here it is. I bought a sub 100 Nastascia for 39 gems. I'll repeat that again. I bought a sub 100 Nastascia for 39 gems. It's number 79. I have a few of her now. And again, why that particular one? That particular one happens to be, mother fudger. That particular one happens to be, it just happens to be the most undervalued. And I'm not saying that like, yo, knock you to the moon or anything. If you don't watch even if you watch most of the MCU, if I were to mention like randomly, hey, what do you think about Nastascia? Nastascia. Gesundheit. No, Nastascia, Black Panther's lady friend, mistress thing. It's just not really a memorable character, but again, it's a Marvel Mighty. The floor price is about $5. And for an uncommon Marvel, the sub 100s are usually about 8x the floor. And that would be about $40. So I saw one for 39. I was like, oh, bye. Now that rule I would have followed for Okoye as well. If there was someone for Okoye, again, for an uncommon, it's usually 8x the floor. For a common, it's about 10x the floor. But if you go to the Marvel like secret rares, it's like less than double the floor usually. It also depends on mint sizes as well. Sub 100s become super valuable the higher the mints are because there's so few of them. Anyway, I'm babbling here. Where was I? Pepe, is there a reason Omi is not on more exchanges? Lawsuits worry that Omi is security, IP issues, cost of entry. Hang on. A small piece of ice. Okay. So we had gone over it a little bit yesterday in around the Akomiverse, just stating that you don't want to go and list on an exchange like FTX cough, sorry, and then have it go down. David mentioned in a podcast that was released today by Matt Gondek that we were supposed to be on FTX. I don't know who else could have told you about that, but and then we didn't go on FTX, and we didn't go on any other exchange because they were worried that if we did go on any exchange, and it collapsed, then okay, well that's not going to be good for the holders. Because I'm gonna teach you something that wasn't even my band teacher. This is the band teacher the old high school I used to go to. That she had said, she's like, why do we have to exaggerate? Because the audience is stupid. Why do we have to protect token holders? Because a lot of token holders are stupid, and they will keep their crypto on an exchange. They'll keep it on there. And why is that stupid? Because exchanges can go down. Not your keys, not your crypto. Absolutely zero of my tokens are on exchange. They are pretty much all on Trust Wallet, or, well, I guess a little is on the Veve app. So yeah, several different Trust Wallets and some on the Veve app. There is no exchanges. That being said, do I think, like, okay, well, if you're an active day trader, then yeah, you're gonna want to keep it on there because you have to go and say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna trade and I don't want to switch it back and forth multiple times a day. It'll cost gas fees and stuff like that. But yeah, that's I would say that's the best reason. Only security, I don't really see that as an issue. If the SEC, and again, the SEC is having a really hard time trying to, like, SEC is not, I don't, nobody respects them, and they just stifle growth. And they might be getting pressure from the Biden administration saying, oh, hey, yeah, we have an election that we need to win next year. If there's an American company or American companies or American citizens that are rallying, let the rally run. So obviously, SEC has to try to justify its existence by going after things that it think can win. It's having a hell of a time with XRP. So everyone in the crypto world should be thanking XRP and all of Ripple for fighting that fight, because that affects all of us. My Rorschach in Watchmen, because an attack on one is an attack on all. I love that movie so much. Watchmen is so good. Yeah, so it's not a security issue. There are many other tokens that they would fight over before OMI, because there are many other tokens that actually are security and should be labeled security. They're just not. IP issues, no. Cost of entry, no. They have enough money. They have enough money to get on every single exchange they want to. And I'll let you guys know that it's not Veve and Akomi going to these exchanges. It's these exchanges going to Veve and Akomi, saying, like, hey, have me list you. It is not us trying to contact exchanges. It's every single exchange and their sister saying, hey, when? Like it's not, they're not just receiving pressure from us. They're receiving pressure from the exchanges too. NFT Hero says, PayPay, the real reason is they won't pay the listing fee. That is absolutely false. NFT Hero, do not spread misinformation. That is absolutely false. Dr. says, happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day, Dr. Stuff. I hope you're doing well, brother. Pepe says, but Bonk with an undoxed team did seems weird. But Bonk with an I did not buy Bonk. Or are you saying that Bonk was listed even though it had an undoxed team? I mean, people. I mean, you can if you just pay the fee, you can get on exchanges. They'll list anyone. Mr. 100 Sets says 5 Spider-Man secret rares sold in the last 7 days. Veve keeps going no matter what. Yes. NFT Heroes to list on Binance is not 100K. To list on Binance, I'm pretty sure is several million. I don't know that for a fact, so don't fact check me, but it is not 100K. If it was, no, it's not 100K. Gotta get the Spider-Man picture there, because yeah. NFT Heroes says FTX never charged a listing fee, so they're planning on listing it. FTX is, well, I mean, FTX is not the only thing that they're planning on. Josh says, dude, look at all the other tokens that are on mass amount of exchanges. Some exchanges will fail, the tokens survive. That's true. If you have, I mean, yeah, take a look at Doge. Doge is on like 200, 300 exchanges. I mean, people really want it just for the popularity. And same thing as OMI. I mean, you also want it listed as Metaverse, or I guess as utility first, and then Metaverse second. Pepe says, I trade new altcoins, and yes, they pop and crash, but the good ones find resistance. This doesn't track. I mean, you also, and again, this is just a theory here, but when you also have a bad actor such as Ben Gadenzi, who would want to annihilate the token, and even like Binance, like a lot of these exchanges would use their native token against OMI and just crush it. And then you'd give Ben Gadenzi the entire, I don't know, if we go to 20 million a day and he lists billions of tokens and suddenly he can finance the, his lawsuits against the OMI, you really don't want that. Has Veve said anything addressing that matter? No, so we don't know. But it would make some poetic sense to think that, oh, hey, why would we want to give exit liquidity to somebody that has billions of tokens, quite possibly 10 billion tokens or more? Why would you want to do that and then have him dump on the community and then also have him just finally putting millions of dollars in the war chest to fund the lawsuit against the Comey? You really don't want that. But again, I'm just speculating. NFT Hero says, "How do you know it's misinformation? Explain." Because it's not. It's not the listing fee. Veve is flush with cash, and they do not care about a measly couple $1 million listing fee. That is extraordinarily, like, again, if you don't know, you shouldn't say anything. NFT Hero. Bill Gardner says, "What a miss." Miss. Oh, that reminds me of Mario Golf. Whenever you would do something, they would say miss. Or maybe that was Mario Party. They'd say miss. Matt Johnson says, "Hey Randy, first appearance Harley Quinn or first appearance America Chavez long term?" I'm just gonna go and say Harley Quinn, because that, I mean, first appearance America Chavez secret rare is super rare, but yeah, I would definitely say Harley Quinn. Like America Chavez is good and grow in value mostly because of scarcity, and she is an up and coming character, but Harley Quinn is forever. Harley Quinn has stood that test of time for 30 plus years. America Chavez might be a little too woke and a little too left for some people. Oh, here's this Mexican girl that has two moms, two biological moms somehow, and it's just, again, I love America Chavez. I America Chavez, The Vengeance #1, that first appearance of America Chavez, is, I think, the most stacked comic book that I have. Why? Because I believe in the character. But that's the comic book appearance. The America Chavez collectible, it doesn't look great, and I don't have it. Now, I want it. You give me an extra 10,000 gems. Well, I still might not. I'll get a partner statue. I'll get a resale. I'll get I'll get a bunch of other stuff first. But yeah, that is on my list. The America Chavez collectible, because it's scarce and it will go up in the future. But Harley Quinn is, again, first appearance. Yeah. America Chavez will give me the set. Harley Quinn would be a single collectible. Now, if you're in the space of, in the mindset of MCP, if that's your play, then I would say how many sets do you have? If you said, like, yeah, I got like 130, 150 sets, yeah, complete the set. Get that. Go for MCP. If you have like 20 sets, be like, I don't know if the sets really matter at that point, because you'd have to be competing with everybody else in Veve, which the top 100 will like not never be caught, but top 100 is very hard to get into. I'm not in top 100. I'm probably in top 500 maybe. I only have like 70 sets. I only have like 600 collectibles. Most of the top 100 have like 1,000, like well over 1,000 collectibles, and they all have well over 100 sets. But yeah, I just, popularity wise, although that's not the most popular Harley Quinn. The most popular Harley Quinn is actually the Stephen Pugh Harley Quinn, which technically is an error. It says first edition, not first appearance. And it's not even a first appearance. It shouldn't say anything, but it says first edition, and they kept that error, which I'm very happy about. That'll be key. I mean, there are a lot of Harley Quinns. There's not a lot of America Chavez's. America Chavez is super scarce. I think they're both good. I would say Harley Quinn, but I do think they're both good. Pepe says staking may be the key. It might be. Veve Wheel says just picked up rare miles, mint number 1122 at the floor price. Get that bread, Wheels. Get it. And yeah, Pepe, staking would probably be the key. MJ here says you call it misinformation because of what you think. Listen, if they wanted to be on exchanges, and the only thing that's stopping was, it's not the fee. Like, I'm just telling you, it's not the fee. You could believe me or not. That's not it though. Matt Jones says, thank you, brother. Smash that like button. Cheers, Matt. Mr. Hunter says, America Chavez is animated is crazy undervalued. I definitely think America Chavez and She-Hulk are both a bit disrespected right now, and they should be higher. Now, I do have the She-Hulk set, but it's just, okay, the America Chavez and the She-Hulk, they're literally the same poses. And they're the same sets, and they're both going to, I mean, they're both in the MCU. I guess they should really call it the Marvel Cinematic Multiverse now, considering we're very much in the multiverse. Ant-Man comes out later this weekend. Boy. Yeah. I think they're both very undervalued. Just my opinion. PayPay says a lot of the DEX coins not on exchanges yet have good incentives to stake, etc. They do. I mean, for OMI though, you you can't get more OMI. It has to be rewards in Veve or the Veveverse. Josh says the truth is none of us know why they are choosing not to list on more exchanges. That's why the community is frustrated. I mean, again, yeah, I get it. I just and again, I get a little frustrated because it's answer the same things every day, but also, you know, one of two scenarios is going to play out. Either Veve does not say or does not do what they say they're going to do, and the token continues to go down, collectibles continue to go down, and they continue to dilute everything, and they you know, Veve fails. Or slowly but surely, albeit a little slowly, a little bit is released here, a little bit is released there, token goes up a little bit, prices go up a little bit, and you know, like what of the two do you think is going to happen? Most likely the latter. And it's not like I'm betting, you know, I have like $500 invested in this. I had $500,000 invested. Obviously that went way down, lost a couple $100,000, but you know, short term, and that's on paper. And I'm buying more. So Matt John says I have 58 sets. I'm looking for the best ROI. I mean, things go like people follow the herd. This is not the last time that you're getting that we're seeing America Chavez in Marvel. We'll see her again, especially in the Kang multiverse. Like, yeah, Doctor Strange. Like, I know a girl that can punch through dimensions. Yeah, there'll be interest in her for years. Again, so the difference between America Chavez and She-Hulk is this: the actress that plays America Chavez, Xochitl Gomez, I think is 16. And the actress that plays Jennifer Walters on She-Hulk is 37. Now, she's a beautiful, beautiful woman. Oh God, 37 years old. Oh, sorry. But that being said, Xochitl Gomez could be playing America Chavez for 20 years. I'll say this right now. Xochitl Gomez could play America Chavez for 20 years, and after those 20 years, she would be 1 year younger than Jennifer Walters is, starting actress, today. I would definitely make the bet that America Chavez is probably going to have that more staying power in the MCU. And I'm not saying that they won't recast She-Hulk. They'll have her from another universe, although she's beautiful. Sorry. I love older women. Best ROI is hard because you have America Chavez that is more scarce and has the potential to pump a lot more. But she has that 8.5% selfie. Harley Quinn has that 2.5% selfie. So it's a little, you know, Harley Quinn doesn't have to pump as much in order for her to yield you more profits. That being said, it's a coin flip. I think they're both undervalued right now. I think they're both very undervalued. Now, 8 sets. Okay. Matt Johnson's 58 says, yeah, so that's what I said. Ray Pace is right, Josh. Yeah, agreed. Wes says, they just saying we were going to go on FTX to sound good, but I doubt it. No, they were. Wes, I'll let you know right now. They were supposed to go on there. Veve Wheel says, you think mint number 1122 is a favorite among collectors? Some, yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of people that only buy certain mints. Is that one of them? I'm sure for a couple of people. How many of those people are here? I don't know. I mean, again, we have, what is there? 4 million people in the NFT space, most of them on the Ethereum network. The space in general will double and triple and double again. And I mean, it's super early. It's super, super early. Bill Gardner says, I've been picking up comic rares instead of sets. $6 to $7. Can't beat it. Agreed. Miss 100 says the ultra rare comics are the best buy right now. I mean, all the comics give you so many MCP points. They're dope. FDRs is Wes. I agree with you, Wes. I mean, I'm sitting here and telling you that yes, we were supposed to go on FTX, and it had nothing to do with the listing fee. And you can believe me, you cannot believe me, but I'm just telling you. Matt Johnson says, welcome to Randonite. Oh, Matt Johnson, thank you so much for becoming a member. You're my new best friend. Till the end, I will. Sorry, there's a Pokemon song called My Best Friends or Best Friends. Give me 1 second. Lots of, wait. Never. God. So I can't even talk about this. Cool tool for some. Okay, moving on. Matt Johnson says, appreciate you, brother. Why, thank you, Matt Johnson. I appreciate you. What is your profile picture? It is the definition of something. And Wes says, it's snowing in Vegas? Is it really? Hold on 1 second. I gotta send that picture to someone. Okay. Snowing in Vegas. Oh no! It's snowing! The reason why I love Vegas. Last time I was there was 2018. Thank you guys for 40 likes. That means the world. Ooh, Matt Johnson says, it's a vinyl record I release. Oh, you release stuff? Are you a musician, Matt Johnson? Send me a link to your stuff. I would love to listen. Last time I was in Vegas, Anthony Bourdain died. Like, it came out that he had committed seppuku. And I was like, oh no! And the whole poker room was like, no! He was a cool dude. And then somebody stood up and said, like, this is worse than when Harambe died. And obviously we shunned him because Harambe dying was the worst. Planet Vampire says, wow, snowing in Vegas, going to be 71 in Ohio tomorrow? What? 71 in Ohio? What? The definition of Matt Johnson. All right, cool beans. So yeah, maybe I'll be in Vegas at some point. I don't know. We'll have to see. Might not be for a little while, but who knows? I'll keep y'all posted. Mr. 100 says, is real or fake snow? Probably real, but how is it going to be 71 degrees in Ohio? That does not make sense at all. Doesn't make sense at all. Oh, I should mention not 9K worth of bump. Just 9K bump. Only put in a few hundred. Ha. Yeah, so when I got bump, I got like 9,000 bump, but not $9,000 worth of bump. Just a couple $100 worth equates to about 9K. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. And it says, it's hard house music. Not sure if you like that style. Um, well, we'll see. I will give it a listen. The amount of house music. I remember this is going way back in like 2010. If you're the gym I used to go to called Synergy was open 24 hours a day, and at nighttime they would play house music. I'm talking like stuff that it made an impression on me. It was some wild Barbra Streisand, like, and it was like, it was this wildest, weirdest thing, and then like Barbra Streisand. I was like, what? And then there was another song where it was like, why did you fuck my washing machine? My washing machine doesn't work. And it was like, what are we listening to? It was wild, but it was cool. And then you have Helen Keller, where it was like, oh no, it was Molly. They were like, where is Molly? I need to find Molly. I do not know where Molly is. Can you help me find Molly? Helen Keller. Like, it was the wildest thing. And I don't know if that's exactly the definition of hard house, but it was just strange. Wes says, is Fallout in Ohio that bad? I don't know. Let me take a look. Fallout, Ohio. I don't even know if Fallout's the right word. Ohio train derailment, toxic fallout compared to nuclear winter? What? We nuked this town with chemicals? I didn't know East Palestine. I didn't know it was that bad. Okay, let me Google East Palestine village in Ohio, because I know if I Google Middle East, it's gonna be. Why is that on? Okay. That is in the way northeast, very close to Pittsburgh. I had friends up north in like Toledo, but that's on like kind of the opposite side of Lake Erie. I guess it's pretty close to Youngstown. Oh, that's close to Newcastle? Newcastle be a little dangerous though. I guess Pittsburgh is also kind of a tough city, or it used to be. I don't know if it is anymore. Um, Pennsylvania is a long state to drive through. Like 2 out of 10 would not recommend. I mean, it's peaceful, kinda, but I don't like it. Hmm. Aw. This is how Chris Evans celebrate the day of love with his new girlfriend. Aw, Chris Evans. I love this man. That's America's ass. Oh, Captain America. I love you. All the girls in the comments, like, no. Yo también quiero vivir. This is sueño tan pool. Oh, talking about Deadpool. Repito por mí. Oh my god, dude, the girls in these comments are going crazy. Wow, was my bank account just charged? Oh, because I got Taco Bell. That's why. Where's it? Oh yeah, the Hot Fallout. I don't know. Matt John says produced a lot of vinyl records back in the '90s, and you're laughing at all my. The Metaverse is buying another 2 million Omi tomorrow. Get the bread. I love this game. Oh yeah, the ice has melted. Oh, I've been waiting to do that for a while. Okay. Dude, congrats, Metaverse. How much Omi are you up to tomorrow? PlanetVampire.com says, yeah, 70s in Ohio tomorrow, then Friday back in the 30s. Ooh. I mean, it'll be nice for a day or two. I guess the weekend's gonna be cold. Yeah, I was there last month, visiting my friend Ernie, a couple other friendos. It was pretty cold, and yeah, very cold. Wes says, don't know if you know this, but would I buy OMI using Coinbase Wallet, using Ethereum? You can do it using Coinbase Wallet. I think you can use it with Ethereum. I've never actually done it. I don't have Coinbase Wallet, but I know it can be done that way. Yes, I remember did a video on it many moons ago, like months ago. I do not remember though what exactly. I do not remember really what exactly the process was. So sorry about that. Facebook real. Oh, hate accidentally clicking on a message. That is not what I wanted to do. Anyway, guys, that seems to be it for me. Thank you for joining me in this last hour and a half, this last 90 minutes of pure bliss. Thank you, Matt Johnson, for becoming a member. That is very good to see. Mr. 100 says, buying OMI right now. Green candle's coming. Green candle's coming. Oh, wait. I might stay. I might stay to see Matt, to see Mr. 100 sets green candles. Let's take a look. All right. Call me Price Sula. Okay. I will check these green candles on the Bitforex. So, see what we got here. Ooh. What was that? Is that your green candle? Can I take your hat, sir? Can I take your hat, sir? Apparently that was your green candle. Or maybe it's not yet your green candle. Who knows? But that is nice. Let me check on the fart token real quick. Oh. All right, fart token. Not too much over the last. People putting in $40-ish. Yeah, that's almost $50. Not that much. I really love causing those green candles. I mean, all of the orders for fart is just buy. How much fart token do I have? I have like 2.75 billion. Not a lot of fart token. I would say, what do I have? I don't even know if you could see my buy orders down here. they're down there though, a couple of them. I have about 2.75 billion. When my golden debut on OpenSea sells, then I'll buy some more fart token. Okay, so that's a lot of fart. Yeah, I mean, if you really take a look at it, out of the 4 trillion fart that's in circulation, 3.1 of that's in the business dev wallet, and that will only be burned. There is no fart coming out of that business dev wallet. So it's really only 900 billion. And out of that 900 billion, you have 159 of that billion that is in the owner's wallet. And the owner had also said that they would only burn the token, because you can burn it and get BNB. So as BNB goes up, as a lot of this price goes up, they'll go and do some marketing for the token. They'll burn for some BNB. They'll use that BNB to pay for listings and do some marketing. So you're actually going to see fart token again. Probably not this year. Maybe end of this year. But I would say over the next couple of years, you can see it really go. Again, I put in a couple $100 and got a couple billion tokens, and we'll see where it goes. I might buy more later. I don't know. Keep posted. Depends how I do the next time I go gambling. Keep posted. Is there a sheet out there to see how many OMI owners have over 1 million OMI? Be advised, 1 million OMI is nothing, so there's probably hundreds or even thousands of people that have that. But you can go on a Mutascan, I think. Let me see. Let me check for you. Okay, hold on. How to tell how much Omi. No. How to tell. Alright, maybe I just put Omi on a Mutascan. And that might be able to tell us the Omi token here. Because we could go to holders. Oh, it's only showing us transfers. Okay, hold on. Trades, average price. How much Omi does everyone have? I forget. You could have looked it up somewhere else. I forget where to look it up. Or I forget how to look it up. Tired Blue Whale number 608 sent 31 million Omi to an unranked wallet. Nobody knows who it is. Dustcast says, it's interesting. It is. Matt John says, based on the poll that was out there, I'm surprised people don't own more Omi. Oh, you mean that poll on Facebook? Yeah. I mean, Omi's pretty disconnected from the app right now, and the success of Veve is not priced into the token. It's not. So when that does get priced in, like a rocket, it'd be dope. John says, wasn't there someone in Twitter with a spreadsheet? Let me Google this until I find it. Omi.Veve? No, that's how you get into your Omi wallet on Veve. Merging accounts. Let me press today. Omi token. It's token.veve.me. Oh no, it's not. No, it's not. That's just the reserve wallet burns. Yeah, I could put in. Maybe it's a Komi wallets. If I put that in, I'm just gonna get the Omi secure wallet, which I don't want. I want the tracking Omi wallets. Omi holders? I'm gonna put in Omi holders. Oh, you can track it on GoChain, but nobody has GoChain Omi anymore, so there wouldn't be. Yeah, the max amount that somebody had. Oh no. If I'm reading this correctly, David, again, if I'm reading this correctly, David and Dan still have their Omi on GoChain. That's not right, right? Like that can't be correct. That's impossible. All right, how many on? All right, hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, there's 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so it's 25 on each page. But this is just on the. If this is just on the GoChain wallet, then it wouldn't show everybody's. But basically, if you want to see some people's Omi, and the people have, but I don't. I mean, it's on GoChain Tracker. What you have to go is go to explorer.gochain.io. But if I'm not mistaken, that's only the tokens that are on GoChain, which it shouldn't be. Like we should have. And again, it'll show like the amounts of Omi that are on there. But I would not trust this one, not yet, anyway. Because I don't even know if I could find my wallets. I don't even know how much I have in each wallet. Each wallet's like 20-ish million OMI, but I don't know exactly how many are in each wallet. You know, I got like 7 wallets. I wouldn't even know. I'll keep you posted. But yeah, Felipe B, that's what it is. It is the explorer.gochain.io, but that's only GoChain only though. Jimmy Brown says best Veve news information channel. Oh, thank you, Veve Brown. Try. Matt John says, did you ever get the CE welcome to New York picture? Yes, I did. Let me show you. I think I have welcome to New York and San Diego, but let me check. I don't want to put the misinformation out there. Oh, yes. Welcome to New York. I got it. Con exclusive. Yeah. What do I think it'll be worth in the future? 2,900 of them. It's got a lot of really cool things. It's got like a bunch of the Avengers there. Got a couple X-Men, Black Panther, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four there. Oh no, I think only Johnny Storm is there. Oh no, all the Fantastic Four is there. I don't even know what's it at. It's at $30. I would say that if you buy it now, it will probably go up in the future considering it's half off its retail and it's a con exclusive. Oh, 678 were burned. So there's only 2,222. Nice. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know. It could. I mean, it'll double. It'll probably go higher. I think once we have bits of the Veveverse laid out and we all get a space and we want to hang up stuff on our walls are going to look bare. Felipe B is okay. Thanks. Matt Johnson says the New York one is fire. I agree. New York one is definitely fire. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Okay. All right, guys. That seems like it'll be it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. Matt Johnson, thank you for becoming a member. I love you guys. Bye. Meow.